I always get angry at these episodes.
Why? Why do you get so pissed?
I mean, I feel like you just egg me on. You like put these thoughts in my mind.
But it's all true at the end of the day. You just
I know, and that's what like irks me the most.
The Beige Flag. Beige Flag.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Beige Flag. With us we have a great host, Haley Hartwig.
Hello, welcome back.
How are you doing, Haley?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Adam?
I am doing great. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I am leaving for New York City. My favorite city on earth. Which people don't
Your
understand.
favorite?
By far my favorite city on earth. It's New York City, Dubai, or Dubai as we say it, and Berlin.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite top 3 city? And why is it New York City?
I don't know. I don't love the like allure of New York. It's fine. It's mid. Probably Prague.
Okay.
And then Valencia
Yeah.
in Spain. And maybe Bangkok.
Wait, is Bangkok the one where you guys went for your birthday and your dad got that weird foot infection?
Yes.
Does he still have those shoes from?
I don't know. I hope not.
Alright, so we'll tell the listeners about that story another day, but just know that Haley has a really interesting story about her family's trip to Bangkok when she was, 16-ish?
Yep, turning 16.
Wow, sweet 16. Anyways, coming back to the Beige Flag, I do have a story for you. It is last week I went on this speed dating event that happened inside the city.
Wow. Like
Yeah.
a top secret speed dating event? How'd you find this?
It was just online, and it's just like, if you are tired of dating apps, just come see us. And I was like, sure, why not? I love going on these adventures, which makes me pretty awkward in the beginning, and I am pretty awkward when you first meet me. So it was the perfect event for me. So I walk up to the event. It's table lined up, and you guys are sitting on the outside of the tables, and like girls will like rotate one by one out of this. Mm-hmm. So I walk up to my table and I sit down, and my foot bangs against the table. And you felt that pain when your foot bangs against the table right away?
Not as bad as your knee, but like, yeah, foot is pretty bad.
Oh, actually, I meant knee, but
Okay.
English being a second
Yeah,
language
okay,
and
yeah.
whatnot. Anyway, so my knee bangs against the table, and I'm like trying to hold in the pain as far as the girl is sitting down to begin the first day.
Oh, okay.
So we talk about it, and I make my most cringeworthy comments as I can. And then what happens is I bring up my vintage cereal box collections that I've been saving up since the last 5 years.
Wait, sorry, your vintage what box?
Vintage cereal boxes. So, you know how...
Seagull boxes?
Cereal boxes.
Cereal boxes. Okay. So like some old Wheaties boxes or something?
Yeah, old Wheaties. My favorite were cornflakes growing up. So I just have those empty boxes sitting in my home.
Okay.
And
How many? Like how big is this collection?
it's just like in a box somewhere in my storage. And I just keep them and...
Are they flattened or are they in pristine condition?
No, I flatten them. I don't really care about like their pristine condition because I don't think I'm ever going to be making money off them.
It's just for your own.
It's just for my own sanity.
Okay, sorry, I got us away from speed dating, but yeah, you bring this up for some strange reason.
Well, she said that breakfast is her favorite meal of the day.
Okay.
So then I was like, I love breakfast too. And did you know that I collect cereal boxes?
All right. What qualifies them as vintage? Like how old?
I think
week?
one... No, not last week. If they're out of production or they have had a makeover on the front font and whatnot.
So how do you know? Do you just keep them until production?
Well,
ship?
I have like a notepad. I feel like I keep up track with them, and then whenever the news comes out, like the sign changed, I'm like,
What?
I have to
This
keep
is the
the.
most unhinged thing I've ever heard.
Why don't? Okay, don't you have a collection of something you
No,
like?
literally no.
Why are you a clean freak? Oh, are you one of those that have like minimalistic
I wish
lifestyle?
I was a minimalist so badly. I don't know how people do that, but like, I think I have less things than most.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'll give it to you.
Okay, but yeah, you have a million cereal boxes.
All
Keep
right.
track
Last I checked was
cereals.
202.
Okay, so you tell this girl that, and she
And then
immediately
you-
gets up to leave.
And then the most weird part is I don't even like cereal. It's just sugar. I hate cereal. I just get the box, take the stuff out, put it on the side. I snack on them every once in a while. But I don't eat cereal on a day-to-day basis. I just like the boxes. It's just unique. It's my childhood.
But you didn't eat cereal as a child. So.
Of course not. I never eat breakfast. Have you ever seen me eating breakfast?
Yes. At 11 a.m.
Every day. That's lunchtime.
Okay. So yes, this girl immediately gets up and runs away.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
No, she sits down because she has to sit down for 3 minutes.
Wow. Listening to you talk about your cereal boxes.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then she gets up, the next girl sits down, and she talks about, like, we're talking about, like, the weather's changing and the fall is here, and sometimes it's raining, and how do you feel about the rain? And I bring up, do you ever look at the clouds and figure out what they mean and the picturesque things?
Yeah.
I think she was more interested in the fact that we could talk about the actual weather than me making up stories about the clouds and whatnot. So I just knew right away it wasn't going to be. So after 10, 12 dates, going similarly with me telling all of these very embarrassing stories or very embarrassing fun facts about myself, I finally meet someone
What?
who's very intrigued by the cereal box story. And she...
Wait, so you told this on multiple occasions? How do you... Okay, the first one, breakfast is my favorite food. I kind of get that. There's like a line to be drawn. But how are you weaving this into every other date?
Because it's so funny. I think just... Okay. Here's the issue. Here's why I did it. The first girl's reaction on listening to this cereal box had me going, how many more can I go until all of them show the same reaction?
Okay, so you weren't serious about this speed dating situation.
I was in the beginning, but like then I was like, it's not gonna go anywhere until I met the 12th one.
Okay. How could you even keep track at that point? All right.
Because I'm writing. We have to write down on paper notes.
Oh, okay.
Haven't you seen Love Is Blind? They take notes on like the who do you like, how do you not like. Anyways, we meet up on the 12th. Let's call her Sarah for the sake of this podcast. So Sarah and I are talking. I bring up the cereal box story just as a way of thinking like she's gonna get a good laugh out of it or be like, this guy's super strange. But she is more interested in cereal boxes than I am.
No way.
I swear
You're
to
making
God.
this up.
I swear to God.
What? Maybe she was also acting.
Maybe, but she was actually genuinely interested. She goes like, name your top 3 favorite cereal brands. And I have only one, cornflakes.
Okay. What
Kellogg's.
were hers?
Is it Captain Crunch, the red one?
Shouldn't you know this?
I don't know. I just remember the one. I am really bad at names, as you have already known. I just remember what they look like. So there's Captain Crunch, where it has like the rainbow colors on it, right?
I don't know.
There's cornflakes. There's the one with the tiger on it.
She liked cornflakes too?
Yeah, everyone loves cornflakes. Don't you like cornflakes?
I don't think I've ever had a cornflake.
Have you ever had cereal? You've never had cereal, haven't you?
I've had oatmeal.
Oh my God! And you think I'm the weird one for bringing this up?
That you collect them is weird, not that you don't eat them.
Okay, tell me this. Have you ever had KFC?
No. My dad used to ask me to bring it to like my grandparents once I could drive. If I was going over there to visit, he'd always be like, "Oh, just stop and get them some KFC. Like they love it." So I would buy them KFC, and I never ate it. I was just like,
When's the last time you had fast food? Mickey D's,
okay.
Burger King,
I
Taco
don't-
Bell?
I don't like. Yeah, I like Taco Bell. That's my one.
Okay, at least you're sane enough. I thought now you're the crazy one.
Okay.
Do you bring this up on first dates?
Sometimes.
That you don't like fast food, and do they just run away right there and then?
Well, it depends.
Anyways, so Sarah and I are hitting it off. And finally, we exchanged phone numbers. And she even went for the cloud story. So now next week.
Whoa, so cereal and clouds.
Oh yeah, 2 and 2. I knew, like, as soon as she was interested in the serial story, I was like, let's try my luck.
How could you possibly have more time once you connected on like cereal? You must have been talking very quickly.
Oh, yeah, because you have 3 minutes to fit all of this in. So I have the stopwatch on my phone that tells me after every 30 seconds I gotta switch topics.
Wow.
I wish I had a stopwatch here. We could be switching topics really fast.
Yeah. Maybe that's the next purchase.
Yeah. So Sarah and I hit it off. We exchanged phone numbers. We'll be getting salt and straw when I come back from New York City.
Ooh. All right. We will
Catch
stay
up on-
posted. Yeah.
On Sarah. Yeah, of course. Since fall is here and Halloween is around the corner, how about we tell our viewers some interesting spooky stories?
Ooh, spooky dating stories.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll go first, and then you can bring it up. You
Okay.
can go next. I moved to Seattle, and I go on my first date in Seattle with this girl. We hang out. It was a normal first date. She wants to date to keep going longer and she wants to keep having the date go longer and longer and longer. And it's like around midnight, and I tell her I have to go to sleep because I have work in the morning.
Wait, so what were you guys doing all this time?
So we got pizza, and then we got ice cream afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, here's the weirdest part. She didn't like to drink water.
What?
Yeah, in the entire 6 hours we were hanging out, she did not drink a sip of water. And I was like, do you want some water after all
What
of
was
this?
she drinking?
Like, maybe Coke, soft drinks, but no water. She's like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of water.
Okay.
Isn't that just like weird
yeah,
to
that's
you?
a red flag.
That's
But,
just-
I don't know.
Yeah. So, anyways, after at midnight, I ask her like, "Yeah, it's time to go to sleep," and she tells me, I did not know this before. She's like, "Oh yeah, my brother dropped me off here. Her car's at the shop. Can I drive her back?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure." Guess where her home is?
I don't know.
In Everett.
Oh, spooky. Okay, that's also really far. For our out-of-state listeners, that's about 40 minutes?
Yeah, 45 minutes, and it was snowing that day.
Oh, so you're going real slow because
Yeah.
people don't know how to drive.
Exactly. So we drive off. I drop her home. I get out. Next morning rolls around. Immediately, good morning text from her.
Like 5 hours later.
5 hours later.
Okay.
And then noon, another text. How you doing? What are you up to? She sends me a picture. I'm at work. Night rolls around. I haven't texted because I'm at work, so I haven't seen my phone all day. And then night rolls around. What are you doing tonight? Want to hang out again?
Okay, so she's moving fast.
Moving real fast. Well, and now I'm kind of lonely. It's winter, and like there's nothing to do. So I was like, oh sure,
And you're
why not?
new to Seattle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want to hang out with someone, so I go hang out with her again.
You go to Everett?
No, I have to pick her up to go hang out with somewhere because apparently her car's at the shop.
Okay. So you pick her up from Everett.
I pick her up from Everett.
And then you go somewhere in Everett to hang out, or you come back here?
Come back to Seattle because the places in downtown Seattle was having one of the holiday parties.
Okay.
So we go out, hang out at the holiday party. Drop her off back home. This time at 10 because just to be safe. Give my enough space. She keeps on texting again and again and again. Eventually, the clubs I used to go to a lot to film and hang out with my friends, she would start showing up at all of them at the same time I was there.
What?
Yeah, and she would be like, and it was like the first time it happened, I'm like, oh, such a weird coincidence. Second time it happened, I'm like, it's getting kind of weird. Then third time, she walks in the exact time I walk in with her group of friends. And at this point, I'm like, something is up.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe, and here's my theory about it. I think when I was hanging out, I went to the bathroom or whatnot. I usually leave my phone unlocked and solvers on the table when I leave.
Strange, but okay.
At that point, I didn't have a lock code on my phone.
Okay.
I think she went and used my phone to share my location permanently with her.
That's so weird. But also, didn't you check that after the first like strange encounter?
Apparently, I didn't realize you could be doing that.
What?
That like you could share permanently.
I do not believe that.
I thought it was like sharing until the end of the day. I did not realize you could be like. Then I realized there is an option
Didn't
of.
you have an ex-girlfriend that would follow your location all the time?
No, that was on Snapchat.
Ah, okay.
See, on Snapchat, I realized every time you open the phone, it pings you in location.
Yeah. So you just didn't use Snapchat.
Yeah, so now, as I grew older, it turns out iMessage has the same system.
Yeah.
Thank God she didn't put on read receipts.
I think sharing the location is worse. Jeez.
I know. Okay, so but by the end of it, I told her, like, sorry, I'm pretty busy. I had to make an excuse that I could not be seeing her. And then...
But what would you say every time you, like, bump into each other at these clubs?
Like, I would say, oh, hey, sorry, I'm filming. I would always have my vlog camera in my hand. Like, I gotta go. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll see you around. And then while I was inside the club, she would keep texting me, hey, do you want to dance? Or what do you want to do? Or what are you doing right now?
So you have a stalker.
I
had a stalker.
I had a stalker.
So then did you stop sharing location?
Well, apparently, I deleted her phone number and then I blocked her.
Oh, blocked her, and that
Yeah.
probably stopped it all. I see. Interesting. That is very spooky.
Yeah.
Very, very spooky.
Do you have any similar stalkerish stories?
Oh, I don't think so. I think
You've never had a stalker in your entire life?
there's a guy that my friend and I met in Mexico.
Okay.
We were there, the two of us. We were, my friend and I were hanging out with two guys from the beach one day, and we ended up, like, kind of going on a double date situation, more just, like, going out that night with them. And
Okay.
then after that night, like, we just were like, all right, well, that was fine, but we don't need to see them again. And so we just decided we weren't going to text them, and this guy, I mean, to this day, every time I post an Instagram story, he will,
No way.
reply.
No way!
He sent me a message, like, I don't know, probably a week after we'd met them, and he was like, I just really wanted to find a wife and a mother for my daughter, and, like, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, all right, this is weird.
I had a similar one. My friends in California, she went out to this bar in Newport Beach, and over there she met this guy group, and she was talking to this guy, and she was like, okay, fine, whatever. She was flirting with him, and they exchanged phone numbers. Next day in the morning at 10 a.m., he calls her out of the blue, and she doesn't pick up. She's like, why am I gonna pick up? She's one of those that hates talking on the phone. So she doesn't pick up the phone, and he goes like, hey, what are you doing today? Want to hang out? She's like, oh, sorry, I'm busy. I have this class I have to go to. And so then she goes off. And then he finds her on Hinge, sends a rose to her. And he's like, hey, this is the guy from last night. Do you want to hang out? And she goes like, what the heck?
How did he possibly do that?
I have no idea. But isn't that amazing? I think I would be able to do it if I put my thoughts into it. But the way he did it so fast is kind of weird.
Okay, I also kind of think Hinge helps you do that, though. I
Yes.
think if you've crossed paths with someone in person, Hinge kind of will put them up towards the top, or on that little page, you know?
I agree. That, and it also does it when you're I think if you have a phone number saved in your phone
Yeah,
of that
and it's
person.
like, why? Why would you do that?
Yeah, see, exactly. There should be an option on Hinge, if you're listening to this, that you should be able to uncheck any person you've shared a phone number with to ever seeing you on Hinge.
Yeah, pre-block them.
Pre-block them.
Yeah.
Hide them.
I agree.
Oh, that could be a new dating app idea. All right. I'm having ChatGPT build it up for me this weekend.
Okay. Well, have you heard of my dating app idea?
No, what's your dating app idea?
I think you should I haven't fully fleshed out the idea yet, but it's like a Zillow.
Okay.
So you see houses, you match based on the houses you like. So or it's not necessarily just houses. You'll go through and select the houses you
Okay.
liked, and then other I don't know what the other
So,
the other
can you see the
categories are
person?
yet? So after you go through and you select the houses you like, then the people that like the algorithm matches you with based on the houses you both like, then those people will be the only ones that show up in like your selection. And so it pre-filters out the people. I just feel like if you like the same house, you have so much like of a higher chance of liking the person.
So, okay, I have so many questions. Is it like just the house structure? What, like, is it like townhomes, condo, or is it like the design of the house?
It's like a Zillow. Like you'll see houses like that are for sale.
And then you have to swipe right and left on houses?
Yeah, and you go through, like you can see the pictures of the inside, you can see all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, once you decide which houses you like, the algorithm will match you.
Gotcha. Okay. I think once you have that going for you, actually, how about you and I combine these ideas?
Pre-block
And houses.
Yeah.
Number one dating app in the world.
Yes.
Starting tomorrow. As this is the number one dating podcast in Seattle, we will have the number one dating app in the world.
Okay, you know there's that thing, coffee meets bagel.
Yes.
What about Zillow meets blocking? We can't probably use Zillow, but we'll do something.
Okay. I like where it's going. I'm gonna get my developer friend on it right away.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
But don't you agree that like if you like the same house as someone,
it tells
you
so
have
much about
yes, exactly.
It's because like if you want a bigger house to home to live, but then it's like eventually if you find the right person, you have to buy a home together to live in.
Yeah.
And it saves so much time and effort about all of that stuff. I agree. This is a great idea. We're gonna jump right on it.
Okay, so give us the rundown one more time on New York City.
Okay, so I told you that I was gonna go to maybe have a date over there.
Yeah.
We already have a date set up. It's
Exciting.
on Saturday.
Okay.
It's an all-day date thing.
Shut up.
I swear.
Aren't
to
you
God.
there for 36 hours?
Yes.
So you're giving her 24?
I'm giving her 12 of Saturday.
Okay,
You wanna-
read me the itinerary.
You read it, and we'll talk to the host about it later on.
All right. Around 11 a.m., grab croissants from Lafayette Grand Bakery.
It's like, have you seen those TikTok croissants? That's like the spiral croissants.
Yeah.
Those-
Okay. Okay, very cute. Go to Central Park for a bike ride.
What do you think?
That's pretty good. Can you ride a bike?
Of course.
My friend's boyfriend can't ride a bike. He's trying to get him to
Are you
learn.
talking about your boyfriend can't ride a bike?
Maybe. Possibly go to the Met or MoMA.
Because at
It's a
MoMA
little
we get
basic.
we get free entry.
Okay, is it free entry or is it like this art museum in Seattle that gives you free entry?
What do you mean?
Do you not remember telling me this? You're like, oh, I like to go there on dates because it's free. And then someone was like, I don't think it's free. And you're like, well, you just walk in and they don't say anything.
I never said that.
What?
I swear.
Yes, you did. It's right next to Rachel's ginger beer.
Oh wait, what?
Yes.
I did not know that. Anyway.
Okay. Grab banana pudding from Magnolia Bakery.
You know how much I love banana pudding.
I did not know that you love banana pudding. I don't know anyone that loves banana pudding, but all right. Does she like banana pudding?
I don't know, but I sent her the itinerary and she approved.
Okay. Put in name in the afternoon for reservations for Double Chicken Please for a bar later that night.
Okay, so double chicken please. This is very important. Serves Big Mac shaped macaroons. It comes in a tiny box and it looks like a Big Mac, but it's a macaroon with ice cream filling inside.
Ice cream filling. Okay, that's a redeeming quality, but the...
You don't like macaroons or Big Macs? I forgot, but have you ever had a Big Mac?
No.
You are not American at all! Wait, I forgot, you are Canadian!
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then dinner at Blue Willow.
It's one of my favorite Szechuan places.
I love Szechuan food.
Yeah.
Where's the reservation?
What do you mean?
Do you not need a reservation for dinner at Blue Willow?
Oh, usually I just walk in at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. for a New York dinner date?
So then
I'm
we
not
can,
even a New Yorker, and I know that's...
But maybe like we want to hang out and go after other places like a rooftop to watch the city, like lights of the city.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's the itinerary.
Wait, there's one more. Get resi at Double Chicken or go to Timeout New York City / Observatory Market for drinks. Get Resi at Double Chicken. Oh, so you were... Okay, so Double Chicken is the Big Mac place. So that's dessert.
No, that is the lounge / dessert place. If we cannot get a Resi over there, we'll go somewhere else. I have backup options. I have backup to everything right now.
Okay, so let's play a fun game. Before you go,
Yes.
let's take bets on a few things.
Okay.
First thing, how much is this day going to cost you?
My budget is $500.
Okay, I feel like dinner will be 100 and...
Last time I was there was $120 for 3 people, and we had so much food.
that seems cheap.
Yes, New York City.
Okay, then 500, I guess.
But like,
Could work.
think about it this way. I think the whole trip's gonna cost me $500.
But didn't you just say the date is 500?
Yeah, but like Friday, I'll just eat cheap and eat halal cod food on the street.
Okay, so tell me how much you think this date is going to cost.
Probably $500. But that's like a normal day in New York City, though. Nobody travels like, okay, come on, we can't all travel like you. You probably
just
spend
don't
like
eat.
What?
I don't eat.
You really? I'm assuming I know.
I probably eat like one meal a day when I travel.
And then what kind of
And I
meal is
walk
it?
everywhere.
And what kind of meal is it? A Big Mac
No,
in China?
ew, no.
Did you ever get McDonald's in China?
I did get McDonald's in China.
Do you-
Spicy Sichuan chicken sandwich.
Oh, are you one of those that goes to like different countries and tries to figure out what they have special?
No, I only did it in China because we had to for school, and I think I've done it in like Mexico because my mom told me when I was little that the golden arches are a universal sign for bathroom.
That's actually
Because you
so
can't find like public restrooms in any other country.
That's where I go to bathroom if I'm in Times Square, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because it's free and it's clean.
Yeah.
As we shift towards the end of the podcast, now you can say that. As we shift towards the end of the podcast, I want to talk about one more topic.
Okay.
This is going to be lesser known dating phenomena. And we're going to talk about this once a week. Today's topic, so that I can brush up on my educational purposes for this podcast, is called fleabagging.
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 Okay.
Okay.
Am I supposed to guess what that is?
Sure, you can take a guess and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
I shouldn't have suggested that, I guess. I would say fleabagging is like when you... It's like sandbagging, but...
What's sandbagging?
Sandbagging is just kind of like... Actually, I don't even know what sandbagging is. I think I've just heard that term before. Okay, I'm just going to say it's... I don't know. Planting, like, bad things in a relationship.
Okay.
Like planting bad seeds.
Okay, close enough.
Really?
That's another item that we can talk about a little. That's breadcrumbing.
Oh.
But not fleabagging.
Okay, so what is fleabagging?
Okay, so fleabagging comes from the TV show Fleabag, where you knowingly date someone that's not emotionally available.
Okay.
And you keep on doing this, and it's a pattern of like dating someone that's not emotionally available, and you're just setting yourself up for failure. Like, I know I've done this a lot. I date people, like, I'm anxious attachment. I date people who are avoidant attachment.
And you are knowingly doing this.
And you're knowing to do things
Okay.
again and again and again. You just hope for a different answer. You just like, maybe I can change this person. But the truth is, you can never change that person. That's it. Once
Yeah.
you fleabag someone, you're done.
Wow.
So for our listeners out there, don't fleabag and just know your worth.
That is really great advice to end on, Adam.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And some people that I know should be really taking that advice. And on that note, we're going to sign off. I'll see you next week with my New York dating story. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.